This week, we all came together to tackle the deep-rooted connection between drugs and crime. This was a commitment to our community, not only to address criminal activity, but we also recognize that many individuals find themselves trapped in cycles of addiction and mental health challenges. Our goal is not only to hold them accountable, but to help provide support and resources they need to break free from this harmful cycle.
Operation Bridge is a two-pronged approach tackling the drug problems in Ohio, arresting drug traffickers and getting those with substance use disorder into treatment and providing them with additional resources. We've come to learn that when illegal narcotics are diverted from communities or a narcotic dealer is arrested, it has the potential to increase overdoses. People who suffer from substance use disorder will go to a dealer they're not familiar with, or they'll use a substance that they do not have a tolerance for.
That's why this effort combines interdiction and outreach. We need to hold the drug dealers accountable. They're bringing the deadly substances into our communities, and that needs to stop. We also know, though, the people that are suffering from addiction, they need that opportunity to engage in treatment, and doing that with the support and the community members' arms wrapped around them, they're going to have much more success than trying to do that in jail.
Going into this operation this week, we really wanted to focus on 4 goals. To limit the supply of drugs here in the Central Ohio community, to broaden the connections with the outreach network that we work with here in Central Ohio, pre-arrest diversion. That's diverting people as opposed to incarceration, but into services, into treatment.
We can't arrest our way out of this. There's people that need help. And we see it every day in what we're involved in. Now, we're going to try our hardest to get and remove these drugs before they make it to the community, but we're realistic. We know that it makes it there. But if we can get a couple of people into treatment to kind of curb the demand, then that's what we're going to do.
If you or someone you know is struggling today with a substance abuse issue, there is hope. We see you, and we will not give up on you. We want you to be encouraged, and we want you to be blessed.
Many addicts have lost faith in themselves, but even more so in humanity itself. We know that addiction will leave them with a wounded spirit from trauma, rejection, and many other types of painful situations. Inner healing can be very frightening for a lot of people, but it's a very rewarding experience. But we don't want anyone to feel like a statistic or a project. So we know that the value of a life, and we want them to see themselves as God sees them.
In Central Ohio, the Salvation Army has the privilege of supporting survivors in recovery who are exiting, who are still trapped in and also exiting labor trafficking, sex trafficking, and commercial sexual exploitation. We know that we cannot combat human trafficking without addressing addiction, and we know that to do that effectively, it requires the kind of collaborative response that we've seen this week.
Every individual, regardless of their past, deserves a chance at redemption and a brighter future. Operation Bridge does not end here. These individuals, many of them, will end up in the court systems. Hopefully they can take advantage of the many diversion courts and drug courts and catch courts that work with human traffic survivors so that they can rebuild their lives. And I am blessed and glad that our office, the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office, could be part of this wonderful initiative.
Great operation. We were able to make connections with 277 people. Of those 277, 74 of those people agreed to take some kind of service, whether that's treatment or what have you. And then we were able to get 19 people to go directly from that location where we had that interaction and right into inpatient services. So those are 19 people that hopefully will take that first step into recovery.